The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci. So now let's take a look at Joe Girardi's lineup for the visiting Yankees. Darren James will dig in now, and he was one of the bright spots offensively in the Game 1 defeat last time out.
Yeah, he did his part. He just needed a little more help.
Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Bradley is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. Yankees nothing. Tigers coming to bat. Into the box, Antonio Palmeiro. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Hellickson steps into his windup. Here's the 0-2. He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. And the throw to first will be in time, so they stamp out the bunt attempt.
Oh, man, what a terrific play right there. That ball was rolling, and it stayed low, so he had to bend all the way over to make a barehanded grab, then a quick release, a nice throw to first in time to get the runner.
Antonio Palmeiro will be the batter. 0 for 1 here in the early going. On the ground to the left side. Reined in. One there on the first, and it's a double play, although the run does come into score from third.
Well, you know, it looked like they might have had a big inning brewing here with first and third to start things out. They do get a run home here.
Into the box now, Darren James, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Tap fouled at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. The Yankees still on the lookout for hit number 1 here. Tapped out in front of home. Gonna be a tough play. Oh, and no time to get him at first, not with his speed, and that'll go down as an infield single.
Not exactly the most convincing base hit you're ever going to see, but it's going to finally get him into that hit column, and at this point...
So a runner at first with 1 out now, and standing in now, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Brandon Belt. Runner goes for second. Hot shot to third. On to first, and there were 2 down. Digging in, Corey Dickerson. He drew a walk his first time up. Chu Huntley gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 4th. Darren James will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront, and this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
Swing and a little tapper, but it gets fouled.
That ball's foul.
Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
And these guys coming off of a really tough loss last time out. You know, you come out on the short end of a 1-run ball game, and you can't really sugarcoat a loss like that. Hey, that's a tough one to take. They all are in the postseason. But I think you just got to look in the mirror, stick with what got you here, and then try to put that loss behind you as best you can.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Turned on down the line.
Nope, that's foul.
But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
And obviously, any time you can strike this guy out, you'll take it. I mean, he runs like a greyhound out there. So even routine grounders can sometimes be turned into base hits. Not when you're not making contact, though.
Darren James will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
From the stretch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0.
Anxious moments all over the ballpark now. These folks can hardly bear to watch.
Here it comes, 1-0. That evens it up, 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Now a swing, and he pops him up. Right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. And guys, you can't win if you can't score, so there's probably not a whole lot of debate about who'll take home Topps Player of the Game honors in this one.
Yeah, definitely no debate as far as I'm concerned. He was really in complete control the whole way.
A look there at a sold-out crowd that's been whipped into a frenzy. It's Game 3 of the American League Division Series between the Detroit Tigers and the New York Yankees. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. With me are Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, lots to talk about here as we get ready for Game 3.
And you got to figure here in a 5-game series, the odds are long for coming back when you're down 2-0. But hey, it's not impossible. Just think of the Giants and Reds in the 2012 series, or way back in 2001, the A's and the Yankees. Remember that? It can happen. So you can bet that these guys would love to finish the series off right here and now, so they can take a few days off and relax and maybe watch a little.
Into the box now, Darren James, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. First pitch on its way. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. There to take it is Cabrera, and that's the second out of the inning. And with 2 away now, we give you another glance at our up-to-the-minute playoff bracket. And here in this Game 3 of the Division Series, the big question is, will we see a sweep? Into the box, Darren James. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
Darren James.
Swing and a liner. And this is a fair ball as it'll head for the 3-14 sign. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double.
Up next for the Yankees, first baseman,
So it's second and third with one gone now. And standing in now, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Brandon Belt. Standing in now with runners in scoring position, Corey Dickerson. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Darren James steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far.
Darren James.
No,
The
that's
fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1-0.
And I think for these guys now, as they come into this ball game, you got to look for your leadership and say, all right, we lost the first two on the road, but now we have to take care of business at our place. We're back home now. We've got great fans behind us. They're not going to give up, so we just have to go out there and pretty much do what we can do to play another day. Take it one at a time.
On to first, and as Ernie may have said, it's 2 for the price of 1 for the time. Darren James comes forward to bat again. He was the victim of a double play last time around.
And it's always kind of tough returning to the dugout after rolling into a double play. So you know he wants to make up for that one right here.
0-1's the count.
And a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And this is a guy who will not get cheated up there, and he almost came out of his shoes on that one.
And he falls behind 0-2. Shot toward right center. And this is going to find the alley as he might have himself his second double of the ballgame. And the runner from third crosses the plate. The run scores from second, and he's out trying for third base, but he'll get credit for... And guys, if you're going to be successful in the postseason, as you know, you need players coming up big, and this guy certainly did that. He's our top player of the game. There's a look at a capacity crowd that's been anxiously awaiting the start of this one. It's Game 4 of the American League Division Series between the Detroit Tigers and the New York Yankees. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Darren James gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
And now I think you kind of just have to wonder about the mindset for these guys coming into Game 4 here at home. They took home field advantage thanks to the split of the first 2 games, but then they turned around and give it right back with that tough loss in Game 3. So now they come in knowing that they need to win.
And a leaping effort at the wall, but it's in vain. A home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His first homer here in the series as the Yankees will grab a 1-0 lead.
And this is what you expect when you make it to the postseason. I mean, you expect the guys that have carried you all year to keep on producing. And sure enough, he comes through again and delivers a no-doubter here.
Darren James is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
Into the windup and the pitch. Swing and a little tapper. Throw is up the line as it gets away. And lucky for them, the right fielder's there to back up the throw.
Well, clearly this throw was affected by the runner heading down the first baseline. You got to make sure.
Settling in now, Brandon Belt. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Well, you know, it never feels good to go down on strikes, especially looking. Wouldn't be surprised to see him be a little more aggressive in this at-bat.
And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
Safe.
But he gets back in time, safe at second base.
And ideally on this play, you'd like to think you could make it up to third, but no sense risking it if you're not sure. So
Corey Dickerson will stand in now with 2 on here and nobody out to begin the inning.
And on the mound, he hasn't found himself in too many rough spots so far, so this might be his first real test of the ballgame.
Darren James strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Pulled toward right center field. Bradley on the run. 2 gone. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning.
yeah, this ball's hit high enough that he can go back and tag at second base.
Andrelton Simmons will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Tigers. They trail 5-2. Darren James will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. Scorched to third. Palmeiro is up with it, and that will conclude matters here in the 7th. So, leading off the inning, Felipe Macias, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least 1 back here in this inning.
Ground ball left side. James is there. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Now batting, the center fielder.
And guys, if you're going to be successful in the postseason, as you know, you need players coming up big, and this guy certainly did that. He's our top player of the game. It's been a back-and-forth series so far, and a capacity crowd is on hand to see if their guys can fight to live another day. It's Game 5 of the American League Division Series between the New York Yankees and the Detroit Tigers. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public. Darren James gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. And a feeble swing that time. It's 0-1.
Well, you just have to wonder as these guys approach this Game 5 whether they feel like they let one slip away last time out. They had an elimination game at home, and they couldn't close it out. You know that's got to hurt a little bit. And now here they are faced with trying to win a game on the road where, let's face it, it had some struggles.
And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
Well, Ferg, as he's known amongst baseball people, he really does call a good game back there. And he might reward a pitcher for a good location every once in a while, but most of his calls, they seem to be spot on.
2 strikes.
And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone, because a few inches lower, and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So a fairly painless top of the first. Yankees stepping in and ready for another shot. Darren James, as the switch hitter, will take his cuts left-handed here. First pitch of the at-bat. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
Hit hard on the ground to second. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now. Now this is cut and thrown to first. And he's able to get back in there at first safely. Brandon Belt strides in after getting a base hit and later scoring the first time around. Corey Dickerson will stride in. He walked and came around to score his first time. Chu Huntley stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third. Darren James will dig in. 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. This is line to left, but pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out.
You know, this is an easy ball.
Into the box now, Darren James will swing it from the left side right here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. 6 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Sliced hard on the ground. Macias is there. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Darren James will step in. A ground out victim his last time.
Yeah, ground out last time, but you know, with his speed, that's kind of a big part of the way he plays.
And the shortstop is under it to make the play, retiring the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers.
Well, you know, their work is not done yet, but they've done what they needed to do up to this point. And they take care of business here to punch their ticket to the ALCS.
An entertaining game all in all, so if we have to choose one who stood out among all others, why not go with this man right here? He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game.